Gold and silver are made into thin threads and then transformed into patterns using the technique of weaving, followed by decoration with pearls or gems. Then, an imposing ornament comes into being. This art is called filigree inlay, which has a history of over 2,000 years in China and was once exclusively for the royal family. Filigree inlay, also known as fine gold art, is a time-honoured traditional Chinese craft art, which is famous for its sophisticated making procedure and precious raw materials. The making of filigree inlays generally goes through 8 procedures, including nipping, filling, piling, laying, knitting, knotting, inlaying, and jointing. Every procedure can further involve numerous tactics. To make a filigree artwork, the craftsman first needs to melt the metal materials into liquid and then put it into a slot, where it will harden and become metal sticks. The craftsman will then stretch the metal sticks into threads called susi. The surface of susi is smooth. The next step is knitting 2 to 3 susis into a flower thread. The following inlay work generally involves such skills like filing, caving, tightening, squashing and engraving. All these skills work for better decorative effects. As early as in the Han Dynasty, the deft Chinese craftsmen have been making mature filigree inlay artworks. The Tang Dynasty marks a period of prosperity and intensive international exchanges in the Chinese history. Under the influences of foreign cultures, women in the Tang Dynasty were more open-minded and confident than ever before. They were fans of gorgeous clothes and makeups. It was also during the Tang Dynasty that people widely applied filigree inlay making skills in the process of jewellery making. The Ming Dynasty was the golden age of filigree inlay art. Such skills like knitting, engraving and jointing matured during the Ming Dynasty. The most prestigious filigree inlay artwork during this period is the golden crown of the Wanli Emperor, which was made of thin gold threads with 0.2 centimeters in diameter. 2 dragons, each playing with a pearl, were carved on the crown. During the reign of the Kangxi Emperor of the Qing Dynasty, the royal palace established the craft workshop, which had a division called Silver Craftwork. The Silver Craftwork division had hundreds of craftsmen who were deft at a dozen procedures like melting the silver and gold, filigreeing and inlaying. In charge of making the gold and silver jewellery and wares for the royal palace, it hosted the most skillful craftsmen across the country at that time and inherited and developed filigree inlay skills of the Ming Dynasty. The Silver Craftwork division also absorbed some elements from the craft arts of minority ethnic groups and played a significant role in the history of Chinese royal palace art. Filigree inlay art enjoys a distinctive royal style thanks to its traditional and sophisticated procedures. It is a time-honoured art in the craft art history of the Chinese nation. Today, the royal palace is no longer what it was. Consequently, filigree inlay art slipped out of the royal palace and spread widely in the society. Thanks to the craftsmanship passed down through generations, filigree inlay art is embracing its renewed vitality and glaring charm.